everybody, thank you so much for stopping at the Cranberry Cornstalk YouTube channel, the channel where we share our love for primitive decor, where you can join us in our journey where we make primitive decor. And we've opened recently a gift shop in our little town of Worthington, Pennsylvania. That original picture I showed you was it many years ago. We have opened a storefront where we keep all of our supplies we've been making for years, and we've never really had anywhere to keep them but on boxes, on shelves, and just online. We sold e-commerce, we sell wholesale, and we sell retail, but now we've opened a literal brick and mortar storefront. It has been so much fun, and all of my friends here on YouTube have been helping me on the journey, and I hope you can join us and see how it is, the struggles and the excitement, the different things that we do here to get it presentable to the public so that we can continue to move items while it's presentable instead of just on a shelf in a box somewhere that is not even visible. So that's what we're doing here on this channel. Again, we make everything here, 90% of it, just because we have a love for making primitive decor. We've expanded into a boutique area where we have clothing as well. It's been so much fun. But in this video, I'm getting ready to go to a wholesale show that I've never been to before. I've done several wholesale shows, but I've never done this big one, and it's in a bigger I spent like twice as much money to get there, and I thought I was playing with the big dogs. Is it all worth it? Is it something that you should be thinking about doing and taking your handmade items to one of the big shows that you hear about and are advertised everywhere? I did it this time, my first big one. Normally I stick to the ones I know are profitable, the ones that I know are fairly local, maybe neighboring states. I'll travel to those and I have success with those. But this one I went in, you know, over my head kind of, and I was nervous, but when I got there it was fine. The other vendors that were there were just like me. It was nothing to be afraid of, nothing to fear as far as preparation or, you know, capabilities. My items were just as high quality or just as valuable as the other items there. I would say maybe not quite as commercialized, more of a handmade look, which is what I'm going for. But I did notice that some of the other companies that were more corporate were just as equal as mine. They didn't look anything different, so I'm not sure what to make of all that. However, I will tell you, spending all of that money and preparing so much for just such a simple, small presentation, it was not worth it to me. It was not worth it at all. The products that people seem to be shopping for on those type of platforms are more commercial, as in quality is not a big factor. Quantity is a big factor. And here at the Cranberry Cornstalk Company, we just love our prims. It's just that simple. We love the quality, but the handmade aspect to make them seem handmade, to make them feel handmade, and to increase the quality of the scent, increase the quality of the soaps that we make, so that they have lots of bubbles, but they still smell good. Mainly that they're natural ingredients, that there are no chemicals added, that type of thing. So here, you can see in the video I'm making, I believe these are room sprays. Yeah, these candles to the left, room sprays I'm working on here. And keep in mind, the whole time I'm still selling wholesale and in the retail storefront. So I got a lot going on, but I wanted to share some clips with you because I honestly just am in such a hurry all the time that I don't think to turn the camera on to go back and set up the camera. I just can't remember to do it, and I feel bad because I keep telling you I'm going to keep up with the videos. I just struggle with taking a minute to set everything up, and it's almost impossible for me to set up and leave there, just push a button, because I'm in so many places. So, but in this video I am getting ready to go to the big wholesale show. But I'll tell you, it doesn't take much product. If that's something you're interested in, you just have to take a representative of your items. So I just took like a sample of all of my scents. I took a sample of most of my small candles, most of my big candles, something that made a nice display and fit in my small booth. I just decided to go ahead and get a smaller booth because I just wasn't sure of the investment, and I'm telling you, I'm glad I did it that way because it was expensive enough. I got the small booth. It was not profitable. I didn't get a single sale from that show. A lot of promises, a lot of gonna take your card, I love your stuff, you've got the best booth in here, you know, you hear it, but not a single sale. I sent out emails, and but when it comes down to it, you know, I hate to say it like this, but put your money where your mouth is. Nobody did that. They move on and they'll go to the next person, and you know, so that's how it works. I didn't get any negativity at all from the show. Just a lot of, you have the nicest booth in here, which was just part of the hand-on craftsmanship, I believe. It's not that my booth was any fancier than anybody else's, but it was very simple. It was just simple and something they could relate to. Not a lot of lights and shows and TV screens, but I don't know. I'm really glad I went. You can see here I'm showing I have bells, nickel Santas, Valentine hearts. I have Easter bunnies in the background somewhere. And right here I'm working on some different hanging tapers, hanging nubbin candles, that type of thing. And gingerbread there on the left. So, wax melts to the right. So you can see why I had struggle remembering to turn my camera on. It just gets so crazy busy, and I love making things. And I absolutely love the craft part of it, and I hire someone to be in the retail storefront so that I can continue to make product, because that's what I love. That's what I'm all about. And I thought I'd share this video to show you all of the variety of the items that we have, and at the end I'm going to show you our setup at the booth once we got there. And then the next video I'll give you more detail about, I've got a lot of footage of the other booths at the show, so it's something you can consider whether you want to go and do, maybe your product is just right for these shows. I think I will stick with my Primitve Decor type wholesale shows where it's cash and carry or place an order. I know my audience, and the Smokey Mountain is what I went to, the Smokey Mountain Gift show. That is not my audience. They're looking for something highly manufactured. A lot of, now I know there are handmaids there too, but that's something that they would have on repeat. You know what I mean? Like 100 of this item exactly the same. Mine are all handmade, different. They all look a little bit different. I don't know how to explain it other than there's a difference. But more, I think they're looking for more of a touristy souvenir instead of a handmade high quality item. So here's some pictures that I wanted to show you. We set up in this little box, this little wooden box. Tried to keep it to our style, to keep it with the cranberry cornstalk theme. And there are some of the jars that we set up. And again, they just come and they sample, they smell your items. This is a mock setup I did at the shop, and then we got to the show, and here's my helper Danielle. She was amazing. She was all about it and helping and working. This is our small booth we rented. Now I took everything spring and Easter because the show is for wholesale buyers, so they would be interested in more. Christmas is too close. They'd be more interested in spring items. But like I said, I didn't get a single order at the show. I sold almost everything on the table, which you're not supposed to do as a cash and carry, because people kept saying, can I buy it right now? So toward the end of the show, when I was having no success placing orders, I started selling things off the table. So definitely paid my fees back, but it was frustrating because I really wanted it to take off. It was something new, and I heard so many amazing stories about shows. Well, there are amazing shows out there, but this souvenir Smokey Mountain Gift Show was not for me, and just wanted to share a little bit of that in the life of the cranberry cornstalk this week, and I can't wait to show you the next video more details of the show. Thank you for stopping again at the Cranberry Cornstalk YouTube channel.